You guys are posting these cringe videos on social media.
What are the videos? What are the ones that
I don't know,
most
this
cringy?
like harmonious thing of like 22 senators all saying the same
Oh, you
thing.
didn't like that, yeah.
I didn't like it.
What
Go ahead, go do more of that.
What do you do?
Please.
What do you do? Seriously, Charlie Kirk.
Here he is admitting that the landscape, that the media landscape has completely changed. I don't think he gets exactly why it changed, but take a look at this.
I think you talked about it the other day. A lot of folks were talking about that Carville article where he talked about
Roll over and play dead.
Roll over. In essence, he said that. I think it was a strategic retreat, right? That we need to come back. Trump's starting to implode. His numbers are getting soft. This was even before the tariff issues, et cetera. And then come back and strike when hot. And I immediately, no BS, thought about you, who's just 24/7 flooding the zone, owning this space, every day getting a convert, every day picking up 1, 2, 10,000 folks, continuing the momentum, coming out of this damn election. And then I'm thinking about, we're going to stand back and watch you run circles around us for 6 months, the next 2 or 3 years, waiting for the moment to finally strike. Struck me as not necessarily the best advice, and it's not a knock on Carville, who I have deep respect for. What's your thoughts?
That's okay. So I don't have to. He's right about one thing in the last 40 years. It's economy stupid, and boy, he spent down that one line pretty amazingly. Yeah, I hope you guys retreat.
You kind of like the
more
advice.
For us.
You like
I mean,
the advice.
there's no opposition. There's no activist spark. You guys are posting these cringe videos on social media.
What are the videos? What are the ones that
I don't know,
most
this
cringy?
like harmonious thing of like 22 senators all saying the same
Oh, you
thing.
didn't like that, yeah.
I didn't like it. Go ahead, go do more of that.
What do you do?
Please.
What do you do? Seriously, Charlie Kirk, give us some
Get
advice.
better ideas, Governor.
Yeah, I mean, Charlie's giving him the playbook, which I suppose is kind of nice of Charlie. But everything about him, Phoenix just said, my producer just said, that his body language is inauthentic. Everything about him, Clay, it's just incredible.
Well, I think that's the Democrats' biggest issue. I tell my team at Outkick there are 4 things that work on the internet: smart, original, funny, and authentic. Sofa, right? And you can't beat it. And if you got all 4 things, you're going to have a grand slam, you're going to have a home run. But if what you're producing on the internet doesn't have at least one of those 4, you're in trouble. And I actually see this, for instance, a connection with Joy Reid. You know this, Dave, because you came out of the muck of the internet. We're like, Bane. We were born.
I was Bane. I was born in it.
That's right. You have to fight your way against all media to create an audience when you're competing on the internet. Back in the day, these people were just gifted. Yes. Hey, you're one of the 3 shows that's on in cable news, and you're only competing against 3 people. And I think what the Democrats got used to was their ideas were automatically given credence because of the New York Times, the Washington Post, MSNBC, CNN, and they didn't have to actually compete in the marketplace of ideas. Whereas you, me, Abigail, we don't have the benefit of a huge PR campaign behind us. We have to win on our own. And I think what Gavin Newsom is coming to realize, and I thought he got exposed by Ron DeSantis in that Sean Hannity argument. We all know the arguments of the left. We are well versed in them. We could probably make them better than Gavin Newsom could. A lot of them don't understand our arguments because they've never had to compete in the marketplace of ideas. And it's made them flabby. It's made them unable to realize what actually connects. And frankly, I think it's made them huge dorks. We don't talk enough about just what losers they look like. This is not the table of kids you want to sit with in the high school cafeteria, right? They're boring. They're lecturing. They're hectoring you. They're the school marms. And it doesn't surprise me that they fail on the internet because they don't know how to be normal.
We have several clips of them being dorks and weirdos that we're going to get to in just a moment. But Abigail, I'm going to show you, we cut this clip. We made it shorter because people can only take so much of Gavin Newsom this early in the day. This was Charlie's best moment because look how slyly he just stabbed him. It's wonderful.
Last night, trying to put my son to bed, he's like, no, Dad, what time? What time's Charlie going to be here? What time? And I'm like, dude, you're in school tomorrow. He's 13. He's like, no. This morning, wakes up at 6 something. He's like, I'm coming. I'm like, he literally would not leave the house.
Did you let him take off school?
No, he did. Of course not. He's not here for a good reason. But the point is
you canceled school for like 2 years. Once one day.
The point is the point, which is you are making a damn dent.
Thank you. I'm kidding.
When you go to these college campuses, I love watching your TikTok, which is next level. And clearly that's expressed by my 13-year-old son.
I want to meet this guy.
Yeah, I actually...
He's coming to a Turning Point event this summer, Tampa, Florida, Student Action Summit.
I actually am by the way, if
you should be concerned.
But actually, let me say, here is why I'm concerned, because you have expressed that I should be concerned as a Democrat, that we're getting clobbered.
Okay. Yes.
That you've figured something out.
It's not me. The president first deserves the credit.
Like, that's just good work. It's sly. He just slid it in. Abigail, I mean, again, you're in LA where I fled because of what they were doing with all the lockdowns and school closures and all of those things. But even that right there, he was like, my kid couldn't come see you, Charlie, because he was basically saying, oh, my son's a fan of yours, but he couldn't come today because he has to go to school. Same guy who kept kids out of school for literally 2 years.
Yeah, this man, what he has done to families, what he has done to kids is really something that should disqualify him from ever being part of public life again as a representative. Unfortunately, a lot of things are won on PR battles. And right now he's figuring out how to sell himself to the American public. And I do think Gavin Newsom is beginning a good job, unfortunately, of trying to rehabilitate his image. And the problem is the image was not the problem. The problem is the policies. And I expect them to continue. He's a real diehard when it comes to this. He's responsible for some of the worst legislation we have. So unfortunately, I don't think it was a great day for those who oppose his policies.